Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th. Woohoo! Which can lead to involuntary deal squeals, like the infamous deal on a new massager squeal. Yeah! Save big on Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
Elevate your game in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe, the capable SUV that features premium interiors with available captain's chairs, available dual wireless device charging, and bold new technology, all with plenty of room for your cargo and crew. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more about the all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe.
Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, distribute it everywhere, and even earn money, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit your podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel so supported in the creation and distribution of my show. Spotify for Podcasters hosts masterclasses, office hours, and more to help creators develop and fine-tune their skills. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. You're listening to 80/20. It's 25 days of podcasts. I would definitely have to say that I spend about 80% of my time in the 20s. Okay, but like, what does that even mean?
I absolutely love Christmas.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to or back to the show. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode of 80/20. This is the 9th installment or episode of Podmas. So if you haven't listened to all the other episodes, you definitely should go back and listen. I've covered tons of different topics, so if you like this episode, you will definitely like the past 9, and then be sure to subscribe to stick around to listen to the next couple weeks of podcast episodes. If you frequently listen to the podcast, you know that I talk a lot about morning routines, and I've done a couple different episodes about my morning routines and what's important to me. So I will link all those in the description, but I wanted to make a mini morning routine episode because sometimes there are days that your morning routine is mini. You don't have like 3 hours to do all these different things. I mean, my ideal morning is definitely super slow. I check all my boxes, but I get to do it in a leisurely fashion. And unfortunately, that's not always the case. So I decided to make a list of 5 non-negotiables in my morning routine. These are habits that I would definitely consider essential to my morning routine. So first and most important, in my opinion, is no phone when I wake up first thing in the morning. The worst is rolling over and checking your email or seeing all these notifications. I work in social media, so if I start looking at social media, I am working. And the last thing I want to do when I first wake up is start working immediately. It's always nice to ease into your day. The other thing too is like, what if you see a text that you don't want to see? What if you see a notification that you don't want to see? What if you have a couple missed calls from like your ex or something like that? You don't want to deal with that right away, unless you do. To each their own, I guess. So if you refrain from looking at your phone first thing in the morning, it typically will set you up to be less distracted throughout the day. I would even recommend plugging a time to check your phone into your morning routine, but after you've done all of your favorite things that set you up for a successful day. So don't neglect checking your phone from your morning routine, but don't make it the first thing that you do. Habit number 2 is to get some sunlight right away. There are studies that show that getting sunlight is a signal to your brain to start increasing cortisol production, so that will help wake you up. And there's tons of other benefits to facing the sun first thing in the morning, but I definitely have found that for me personally, when I open all the windows or turn on some lights, and if I time it right, I get to watch the sunrise. It just helps me feel more awake throughout the day. Tip number 3 is to drink water. And I feel like I sound like a broken record when I say this, and I feel like it's such a basic tip, but make sure that you drink water first thing in the morning and don't drink your coffee on an empty stomach. Habit number 4 is to minimize clutter. So for me, this includes making my bed, emptying the dishwasher. If I have any laundry, I like to either fold it or put it away. If you have any clothes on the floor, maybe you're the type of person that like slowly strips throughout the night. I don't know. Sometimes if I fall asleep wearing like sweatpants and a shirt, sometimes I fall asleep wearing a sweatshirt, I will literally just slowly take off my clothes throughout the night. So I don't know if you're that type of person, but like clean that up when you wake up and just kind of put your room and your space and your house back together. Just kind of tidy up your space a little bit, make it a nice place to be in throughout the day. My last habit number 5, is to prioritize protein in the morning. When I start my day with a high protein breakfast, I definitely feel so much better throughout the day. It holds me over until lunch. I don't get these weird like mood swings and weird hunger and stuff. So typically for me, this is like 2 scrambled eggs and some avocado toast. It's like a really nice balanced breakfast. So I would just find a protein source that you enjoy in the morning and stick to that. There's really no need to overcomplicate your breakfast. So find a breakfast that works for you and that you love and just keep making that. I don't think that we need to like change it up every single day, but definitely make sure that you are prioritizing protein. So those are 5 non-negotiables that help me create a perfect morning routine. If you guys liked this episode, be sure to give it a rate and a review. I want to hear what morning habits you think make up your perfect morning routine. So let me know in the group chat. It is linked in the show notes. You can just hit the button that says connect with other 80/20 listeners, and that will take you to the group chat. I'll have a page open on the forum where you guys can chat all things morning routine. And it's just super fun to connect with other listeners. So go join the group chat. I have all my socials linked in the show notes as well. So if you want to see more from me, definitely go follow me on Instagram. Love you guys lots. I will be back tomorrow with another episode, and I will talk to you then.